Who is the greatest MMA fighter of all time? Is it Jon Jones, whose legendary career has spanned over 3 decades? Welcome to the video, everybody, where we'll be exploring the life and career of Jon Jones. Considered by many to be one of the most influential figures in mixed martial arts history, we'll dive into his accomplishments and skill set that propelled him to greatness, as well as discuss why he's regarded so highly by fans and experts alike. So, let's get started and see if Jon Jones truly is the greatest MMA fighter of all time. As one of the original pioneers of MMA, Jon Jones is an absolute legend in the sport. He's been competing since the early days and rapidly rose to become one of the most fearsome competitors of all time. His impressive record includes multiple world titles, as well as numerous submissions, knockouts, and technical decision victories. What makes him so remarkable is his willingness to take on any challenge, no matter who his opponent is or how experienced they are. This fearless attitude, combined with his skill set, has made him a household name in the MMA world. Let's take a look at some of his greatest accomplishments. Jon Jones was born in the small town of Elmwood, California. He was always a fighter, literally and figuratively, as he got into more than a few street fights growing up. When he was 18, he discovered mixed martial arts and quickly fell in love with the sport. After years of training and competing, Jon Jones finally began to break into the mainstream. His fame quickly spread as he won fight after fight in spectacular fashion. He was known for his aggression, technical understanding, and most importantly, his never-give-up attitude. This combination of traits made him a fan favorite whenever he stepped inside the octagon. It wasn't long before Jon Jones became one of the top contenders in mixed martial arts. Every time he entered the ring, it was an absolute spectacle as opponents struggled to keep up with his lightning-fast pace and relentless attack style. Eventually, he managed to capture multiple world titles and defended them all successfully. He even took on and defeated some of the best fighters in the world, a feat that solidified his status as an MMA legend.
Give it up for Jon Jones!
The rise of Jon Jones to become one of the premier competitors in his weight class was nothing short of meteoric. His career continued to progress throughout the years until he eventually became an MMA all-timer. Now let's take a look at some of Jon Jones's greatest moments in the octagon. One of Jones's greatest moments in the octagon was his fight against Lucas Phillips, which he won by submission. This was an incredibly intense match between two highly skilled fighters, but in the end, it was Jones who emerged victorious. This victory marked one of the most impressive performances of his career and cemented his legacy as a master of submissions. Jon Jones also had several memorable knockouts throughout his career. His fight against Peter the Slayer Johnson stands out in particular, a fight that he finished with a powerful punch to the face that left Johnson unconscious. This stunning performance showcased just how effective Jon's striking could be when utilized correctly. Finally, there's perhaps no better example of Jon Jones's tenacity and skill than his fight against Darren Wilson. After suffering a deep cut from an accidental elbow, most fighters would have called it quits. But not Jon. He continued to battle and eventually won by technical decision. This amazing feat is a testament to his incredible willpower and determination, as well as his impressive skill set. These are just some of the many memorable moments that Jon Jones has provided us with in the octagon. He truly is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time and deserves our utmost respect for his accomplishments. Now, despite his many successes inside the octagon, Jon Jones has also been involved in a number of controversies outside of it. In 2018, he was arrested for a DUI and subsequently sentenced to 2 years probation. He was also accused of domestic violence in 2020, though charges were eventually dropped due to lack of evidence. This all paints a less than flattering picture, as such issues are not seen favorably by fans. Jon has never shied away from speaking his mind on various topics, some more controversial than others, which often leads to passionate debates between him and his critics. He is known for making bold statements that don't always sit well with everyone, But these same qualities have made him one of the most outspoken MMA fighters in the industry. Despite the controversies, Jon Jones still enjoys a large and devoted fan base who are willing to stand by him through thick and thin. They recognize his obvious talent in the octagon and appreciate the entertainment he brings to each fight. Whether you like him or not, there's no denying that Jon Jones is one of the most important figures in modern MMA history. The legacy of Jon Jones is one that'll live on forever in the world of mixed martial arts. His accomplishments inside the octagon are unparalleled and have earned him a place among the sport's greatest fighters. He's also become an iconic figure, with countless fans following his every move and eagerly awaiting his next fight. His courage to speak up for what he believes in has inspired thousands of people across the globe and will no doubt continue to do so for many years to come. Jon Jones' impact on MMA cannot be overstated. He's broken countless records and achieved unprecedented success, setting a new standard for up-and-coming fighters to strive towards. His immense talent, tenacity, and determination have earned him the respect of his peers and made him one of the most iconic figures in MMA history. The legacy of Jon Jones is one that'll never be forgotten. It'll live on long after he leaves the octagon as an inspiration to generations of aspiring athletes who dream of achieving greatness as he has. He may not always make the right decisions or say the right things, but his passion for the sport is undeniable and truly admirable. Jon Jones will go down as a legend in MMA, and we can all stand proud knowing that our sport was blessed with such an incredible individual. Now from what we just talked about,
Jon
Jones is undoubtedly one of the most successful and iconic figures in MMA history, achieving incredible amounts of success inside that octagon, breaking records.
Jon Jones is the youngest champion!
And setting a standard for up-and-coming fighters to strive towards. But is Jon Jones the greatest MMA fighter of all time? Many will argue that Jon surpasses his predecessors due to his accomplishments, skill set, and unique characteristics. He is known for his technical prowess, unwavering determination, and impressive willpower, traits which have earned him victory after victory both inside and outside the octagon. His outspoken nature also adds another level of intrigue, as fans are always eager to see what he has to say next. Other contenders for the title of GOAT include some of the sport's most legendary names, such as Anderson Silva, Georges St. Pierre, and Fedor Emelianenko. Each of these fighters has made an indelible mark on MMA history, all of them bringing something unique to the table, making them stand out from the rest. At the end of the day, determining who is truly the greatest MMA fighter of all time is a subjective matter, and one that cannot be objectively answered. It really comes down to personal preference and opinions. How about you? Do you prefer Jon Jones' technical prowess? Or perhaps Anderson Silva's agility in the octagon? No matter what your opinion may be, it's hard to deny each of these legends has made an incredible impact on MMA history, and will continue to be revered for many years to come. So let us know, is Jon Jones the greatest MMA fighter of all time? It's really up to you to decide. If you had a good time, like, subscribe, and comment down below on who you think the GOAT of MMA is. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.